Hi, what's up guys? Today I'll be talking about 5 small details that if included could contribute greatly to making Assassin's Creed Empire a great game. Let's get into it. First of all, accents. Yes, I know there was a reason to why we had them in the Ezio trilogy, with Rebecca still working on the Animus translation capabilities. But to be honest, I didn't personally see that as a fault, rather more an upgrade feature, as it added to the immersion of the world and gave each character within the game a certain charm.
What?
What?
Why are you just standing there?
Oh, because I wanted to ask you something. Which is... What's your name?
Not one you'll ever need to make use of.
I mean, it's realistic and the Animus is meant to be able to recall history, so I'm sure accurate accents wouldn't be so hard for it to replicate, even though everything we're hearing is being translated from the original language spoken. Because in reality, if a French person spoke in English, they are going to have a French accent. Yes, I'm looking at you, Unity. So Ubisoft, please don't make our upcoming Egyptian world all sound like Jacob and Evie.
That's it, Evie. We can rally them to our side.
Oh, like the way that you rallied those card players at the Oakbrook Tavern into the river.
Oh, that was different. They beat me at whist.
Next up, we have the famous hook blade introduced to us by Yusuf within Assassin's Creed Revelations, which allowed us to climb up and scale buildings faster than ever before. Which for a video game made quite logical sense, but the only thing I found myself using it for personally was rolling over enemies and civilians' backs alike and flinging them all over the place, which I have to admit was quite entertaining. But yes, if we get an upgrade modification to climb faster in Assassin's Creed Empire, I would love to see the return of the hook blade, as it would also be cool to know assassins throughout the ages used similar inventions. And on a quick note, I found it epic that civilians in Assassin's Creed Revelations never back down from a fight and always seem to come at you fist swinging if you had wronged them. Moving on, privileged horses. Yes, we've had horses as mounts throughout the Assassin's Creed series, so I would like to see them return in Assassin's Creed Empire. But notice, I did say privileged, that's because I don't think it would be wise to have mount restrictions within certain locations, so we should be able to ride within cities and outside cities alike. But while on the subject of mounts, I had the thought that for developed areas such as cities and roads we could ride horses, and when on uneven desert-like areas we could have the choice to switch to a camel who would be more efficient walking on sandy landscapes, giving us the player a choice to switch between mounts, which would be an amazing feature. So next, let's talk about supporting main characters that we can actually visit in the open world outside of the main story, which really does make a world come to life in a video game and doesn't make you the player feel so isolated. Adding to this, if we were able to do other side quests for or with characters within the world outside of the main story arc, it would be incredible. And even just to interact to see how they are doing with changing dialogues throughout the game and even after completion, it would add so much to the experience. So this could be friends, allies and inventors like Leonardo da Vinci and the love interest of Ezio, Christina. And maybe Ubisoft could even create a mini game we can play with such characters, for instance like Gwent from The Witcher 3 that allowed us to interact with main characters in a social manner. And I personally wouldn't mind socializing with Cleopatra if she's in the game. Last but not least, interactive civilian NPCs that comment and react to what we the player do within the world, and in this case gives us the player the feel that civilian NPCs aren't just there to look pretty. Now this has been done in previous Assassin's Creed games and I believe can now be taken to the next level. Also give us the ability to talk to civilian NPCs even if it's just a certain amount of lines spread across the world. Great examples of this can be found within The Witcher 3 and the recently released Horizon Zero Dawn, where people even comment on what Aloy, the main protagonist, is wearing. So you can imagine with assassins wearing the inconspicuous outfits that they do, it could be quite funny to hear civilians making remarks. So guys, this has been 5 small things that could have a great impact on Assassin's Creed Empire, and if you guys have any of your own, please let me know down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, stay tuned for future Assassin's Creed content. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
When I was a young man, I had liberty, but I did not see it. I had time, but I did not know it. And I had love, but I did not feel it.